All right, welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're skipping right past the basic how the pieces move stuff. We're diving headfirst into the absolute magic of chess combat. We're going to decode a massive arsenal of 31 distinct chess tactics drawn directly from our source material. This isn't just about playing the game, it's about mastering the art of the ambush. So get ready to seriously upgrade your board vision. Okay, let's dive right into this. True chess mastery isn't just about sitting there plotting long-term strategy. It's actually all about executing these sudden, game-changing moments, known as tactical blows. Think of it as a hidden, calculated maneuver designed to get you an immediate, undeniable advantage. Whether you're suddenly scooping up your opponent's pieces or forcing a beautiful checkmate out of literally nowhere, these tactical blows are the absolute lifeblood of competitive chess. To make this massive list of 31 tactics easy to digest, we've broken the explainer down into 4 main phases. We'll start with the basic arsenal, move into manipulating the opponent, look at the art of escape, and finally wrap up with fatal combinations and sequences. Kicking things off with Section 1, the basic arsenal. These are the fundamental strikes that every player absolutely needs to know. Now, what's really interesting here is how perfectly we can contrast two concepts that players constantly get mixed up, the pin and the skewer. Take a look at the pin. The piece is stuck. It's paralyzed because moving it would expose a way more valuable piece right behind it. But then, look at the skewer, also known as an X-ray. It's essentially the exact opposite. You attack the big, high-value piece directly, forcing it to run away in a panic, and boom, it leaves the weaker piece behind it completely exposed for the taking. It's brilliant in its simplicity. Once you've got those basics down, it's time to start multiplying your threats. A double attack is exactly what it sounds like, right? You're attacking 2 pieces at once, making it nearly impossible for the other player to save both. Then you've got the discovered attack. This is where you move one piece out of the way simply to unleash a hidden, sniper-like attack from another piece right behind it. And if you really just want to smash the door down, you build a battery. You stack pieces, like a queen and a rook, on the exact same file to create this overwhelming force that just crashes right through their defenses. But hey, the basic arsenal isn't just about stationary threats, it's about fluid maneuvering. Think of these like incredibly fast martial arts moves. Capturing the attacker is your ultimate preemptive strike. You just take out the piece that's threatening you before going on the offensive yourself. And man, the hit and run is devastatingly clever. You use a piece to eliminate a key defender, and before your opponent can even blink, you pull that exact same piece back to safety. You strike first, do the damage, and get out of dodge. Moving right along to Section 2, manipulating the opponent. This is where we get into real psychological and positional control. If you want to play Puppet Master, you need to master these 3 forcing moves. Deflection forces an enemy piece to abandon its crucial guard duty. Attraction is the bait. You're actively luring an opponent's piece, usually the king, onto a completely fatal square, often using a really juicy sacrifice. And then there's coercion. This is pure force. You are literally compelling your opponent to make a move that completely ruins their own setup, which sets them up perfectly for your devastating follow-up attack. Let's rapid fire through some space control tactics that systematically dismantle the opponent's defensive structure. First up, overload. You give a single defending piece way too many jobs until it just snaps. If 2 enemy pieces are protecting each other, you drop a pawn right between them. That's interference. Trying to trap a king? Drop a block to shut down its only escape route. Or what if your own piece is in the way of your brilliant checkmate? Use clearance, sacrifice it, and clear the path. And when all else fails, just outright eliminate the defense by destroying whatever piece is guarding that vital square. Now we absolutely have to talk about Zugzwang. This is the ultimate paralyzer. It happens when it's your opponent's turn to move, but literally any legal move they can possibly make will instantly ruin their position. They're forced to destroy themselves. Combine that kind of tempo control with a trapped piece where they literally run out of safe squares, or a pendulum track where you just subtly improve your queen's position for free, and honestly, your opponent is left completely helpless. So that brings us to Section 3, the art of escape. Because let's face it, tactics are also the secret weapons for pulling off impossible survivals. Look, you won't always be winning. Sometimes you're getting completely crushed on the board. But don't resign just yet. Behold these defensive miracles. If you're totally busted, aim for a stalemate. Your king isn't in check, but has 0 legal moves left. Boom, instant draw. Or there's perpetual check, where you trap their king in an endless, infinite loop of checks. But my absolute favorite from the source has to be the mad rook, sometimes called the tick rook. You stubbornly glue your rook right next to their king, sacrificing it. If they take it, stalemate. Or you can try a jailbreak. Instead of running from a deadly threat, you just ignore it and create a massive counter threat of your own. And then we have the absolute last resorts. The desperado is just a beautifully dramatic final breath. If your piece is 100% going down anyway, you just hurl it into the opponent's lines. Grab a pawn, create total chaos, just drag them down with you. Need something incredibly specific to survive? Try under promotion. Promote your pawn to a knight instead of a queen to land a saving fork. No one sees it coming. And I love the countercheck. Your opponent arrogantly puts you in check, and you block it by simultaneously putting them in check. It's the ultimate Uno reverse card. Finally, we reach Section 4, Fatal Combinations and Sequences. This is where we chain these tactics together into a symphony of destruction. And this brilliantly illustrates the sneakiest tool in the entire arsenal, the intermediate move. The source actually characterizes this as the ultimate dribble on the chessboard, which is so accurate. Imagine your opponent initiates a sequence, maybe a big piece trade, and they've calculated exactly how you're going to respond. But instead of the obvious recapture, you throw in a totally unexpected, vicious in-between check. It completely derails their entire calculated sequence and usually wins the game right on the spot. Let's move to our final concept and see how this all builds together. Imagine walking step by step through a fatal combination. Step 1, you use a massive sacrifice to completely rip open their defense. Step 2, you hit them with a double check, attacking the king with 2 pieces at once, literally forcing it to physically run. Step 3, you ride that momentum with an attached attack, keeping them constantly on their back foot. And then, Step 4, the grand finale. It all culminates in the legendary windmill. It's an unstoppable, repeating loop of discovered checks that just methodically wipes out the opponent's entire army while they can literally do nothing but watch. So, what does this all mean? We've covered an incredible 31 tactical concepts today, breaking down everything from the basic pin to that legendary windmill. You now have a highly structured, absolutely deadly arsenal at your fingertips. The only question left is, which of these tactical blows are you going to take straight to the board and unleash in your very next game? Get out there, start hunting for those hidden maneuvers, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.